My name is Karen Fraser, and I am the maker behind Northwind by Karen. I'm here today to show you a few things that I have created and give you a sampling of what it is that I do. So essentially I work with wood and with fabric, and I create from scratch. At other times I will thrift for interesting pieces, and I will merge them with wood or fabric to create something interesting in the way of home decor. So I have, again, a sampling of things that I'd like to show you, including price and a little bit of a detail on how they were made. So let's get started, and I'm going to start over here on the left with this beautiful cedar slab riser. So this is a refurbished piece of cedar that has been reworked with beautiful turned wood legs, painted in distressed black chalk paint, and then stenciled with a gorgeous black wreath. Now these pieces can be used in any room. The dining room table, they can be used in a bathroom. Let me just show you a farmhouse kitchen. Isn't that gorgeous? Black on natural. This is a mission oak color stain, so it's a little bit darker than other stains I might use. A dining centerpiece, you know, an arrangement of candles in different heights. And I'm going to show you this on this riser. I have a couple others to show you. You can treat them the same way. You can use them in a bathroom, in a bedroom, in a kitchen, your dining room table. Isn't that gorgeous? And just imagine, and you can add your own greenery, just imagine the glow and the flames on a dining room table. Take those off and I'll show you another riser. This one is about 9 inches by 9 inches square, and it's almost 2 inches thick. That is a gorgeous piece of wood. So that one is $31. I have a smaller one here that might do for little bathroom pieces, and let me just show you what I mean. So you can display this, you know, for guests in a guest room, in a guest bathroom, or just for your own purposes for decoration. And you can also put them on your dining table, and I'm just going to show you a couple of other pieces that I have on hand, like this. So that's a very small use of it, and this is a handcrafted candle ring, which I will get to later. I'll show you those later. Here's another version of a candle ring. Isn't that gorgeous on a dining table? Or just, you know, in your farmhouse kitchen, just off to the side, on the side table, on the serving table. So pretty. This one is done in a yellow, and it's butter soft. It's finished with a beeswax polish over chalk paint, and then stained legs, a little shorter. But again, nice thick piece of wood. This one is $16. So beautiful yellow for spring. And then over here on the far side, just because it's on the farthest end and I want to get to it, it's a little handmade floral box. So this I handcrafted out of wood, glued, nailed, and the nail holes are always covered with a putty. And that's another gorgeous floral arrangement. Here's one in a paler greens and yellows. So again, handcrafted boxes, and those are $10 each. Really good deal. I have a few of those left, not many. I'll just put those aside and move on to, speaking of flowers and plants, a plant stand. So the pot was purchased, but the stand was handcrafted. Now when I make anything out of wood, I create my own patterns, so all done by hand. These are screwed, nailed, and glued together, so it's very sturdy. Finished in black chalk paint and a distressed finish, just to give it that country kind of less urban feel. This piece, including the pot, is $15, so that's a really good deal. And then while I'm talking plant stands, I have a shorter version here. So again, a purchased pot and a handcrafted plant stand. So wood, nails, the nail holes are covered, and then a light stain on this one to go with the kind of the gold motif on the pot itself. And this piece is $13. So really good deal on those pieces. And you can contact me on my Facebook page about any of these items or anything that you may want to have custom made. I'm happy to do for you. So carrying on, I mentioned that I thrift for certain pieces that I can rework into something special. So these two metal baskets, and I'll just take that out, Purchased at a thrift store. Take this one out as well. Beautiful metal frames, interesting detail on both of them, but they had no bottom, so what purpose could they serve? Well, bring them home and cut a piece of wood, fairly thin because they're cut, the basket shape itself is a little angled, so I needed a thin piece of wood. A little bit of bold detail on that one, but the reverse side is black. So they could just sit in there. And you, again, can use this in any number of rooms. In your kitchen, it would look gorgeous. This is black, which might be a little too much black detail, but think of it with other items. White, for instance, in a farmhouse kitchen with the old-fashioned milk bottles stacked, or, you know, whatever arrangements you think would suit your kitchen. Again, a nice bathroom piece, soap dish, a couple of hand towels. In a guest bedroom, now this is very bold, so it can take a little more of a bold decor piece and not as soft as the other one I've created, which is a round basket. And it has a stencil wreath, so it's a little more soft, a little more feminine, if you will. But again, you can do the same kind of thing. You can put your bathroom pieces in it, your kitchen pieces in it. It's just stunning. This was a lot of fun to make because there's an ombre finish on the wreath, so it goes from cream to green to a tan taupe color. And again, reversible, so you can use the plain black side if you wish. So those baskets, I believe, are the same price, $13 each. A really good deal. And moving on, we mentioned the two floral wreaths. These are faux florals, and they are for candles. They're intended to put your candles in. I'm just going to grab this piece for a minute to show you. Possibilities. So there. That's my price tag at the front. I'll just flip that around for you. Beautiful arrangement on your dining table, or without the tray if you wish, just on your dining table by itself. Two at each end, something interesting in the middle. You decide. And then there's a plain white floral set as well. So each of those candle ring sets, there are 4 pieces in total, 2 candles, 2 candle rings, and they are priced at $12 for all 4 pieces. I'll set those aside and moving on. So I put those in this beautiful little raised pedestal tray, and this one is distressed in a bluey gray color. It's called Mountain Haze. So you can see the knot hole is worn, the center is worn, the edges are worn where they would naturally normally wear. The legs are a turned leg, and they're done in a very light stain, and the whole piece is sealed with beeswax polish, which is a beautifully soft finish. It's like butter. It's just so smooth and soft. And it's wipeable, so you can damp wipe it down. And this could be, you know, a dresser piece, a kitchen piece. You can put jewelry in it. You could put, you know, your beautiful candle displays in it, all different heights of candles on your dining room table. You could put your kitchen, anything in your coffee corner, for instance. You could put your cream, your sugar. You could put a couple of beautiful mugs there. I love this piece. So this one is $21. I'll put that one aside. Getting quite a collection here. While I'm talking about risers, I should just grab this one. The riser with the wreath on it is very similar to this one. This one has a very chunky dark leg done in a mission oak stain. And again, a cedar slab. It's been refurbished and remade, painted with chalk paint and distressed. So the whole thing is worn in, again, those spots that would naturally show wear on a beautiful chunky leg. And that's a beautiful spot to, you know, display your pretty things or put greenery. There's any number of things you can do with that. I'll tuck that back under there, and I'll move you over here. These 2 pieces are things that I do. This one isn't, but take that down. This is a repurposed frame, so a picture frame. So I've removed the glass, removed the background, and it's now a beautiful country, spring, fresh piece of art. Wreath, if you will. It's got a striped, for that country feel, a striped ribbon holding the handmade wreath together. It's faux flowers, so they're artificial flowers on a form that I created myself, and it won't move. It's tacked in place, and there is this was just for purposes of hanging on my shelf, but there is it's got a sawtooth hanger so you can find its place on the wall easily. And that's been distressed as well in a cream color. So it's got that fresh country feel with the lighter paint, and then a beautiful green wreath to contrast. That was a really lovely piece, and that one is $21.50. And I want to take you now to this cutting board piece. I do a lot of work with cutting boards, and I will find these in thrift stores, and I have made my own quite often, so different sizes, different shapes. They quite often need to be sanded down, and then I remake the face with something interesting. So I've done them with a coffee theme, or this is a beautiful French floral theme. And it's got a crackle finish, so it looks authentically aged, dark with light over paint. So that piece is $20, and that's a beautiful piece. Now you can remove the bow if you're not fussy on the bow. You might prefer twine or something even more colorful, maybe some actual colorful flowers. So this is a beautiful smooth piece as well. It's been finished with a beeswax polish as well, and it's had a decoupage on the top, which has been sanded for a rough, authentic, aged look. So there's another wonderful piece for you. And I'm going to just slide over to these placemats while I have them here in the middle. I make my own placemats. I've created my own pattern. I mean, they're round or they're rectangle. It's not that difficult. But all of my placemats are completely reversible. So there's usually a lighter side and a darker side. Completely machine washable and dry. So they're really easy care. They're stain resistant in most cases, not all cases, but in most cases they resist stain. And they've been top stitched. So I don't know if you can get a good view of that. Every placemat is top stitched. So I make a 12 by 18 rectangular, and they are generally $7 to $7.50 each. These ones happen to be $6.50. So I have the green, and I have many other colors. I just wanted to give you a sample of what I offer. And then these beautiful round ones. So I do a rectangular and a round. So the round ones are 16 inches across, and again, always reversible. Isn't that a beautiful, fresh summer motif? The exotic fruits and the pineapples. These particular ones are $7.50, and again, that's generally the price of each individual one. They are lined. They have an infusible interfacing, and they have two coordinating fabrics, reversible. So there's the front, there's the back. So lovely and fresh for summer. So those are the placemats. And moving along to these tiny risers. There's two of them. They have a different style leg. One is a little taller, one is a little shorter. And this one is a beautiful pink with no writing, no language, no sign. It's a beautiful pink with a wreath for maybe a little girl's room, maybe a soft bathroom. It looks very shabby chic. I love this one, but it definitely needs the right room to present itself properly. So this one is $19. And this one, the home sweet home message, you know, maybe a guest room, bathroom, guest bathroom. You know, we put a couple of little pieces on it. Let me find. Maybe something like this for your guest room. You can even put a tiny floral display on it. It's just so sweet. So this piece is $19 as well. So those are gorgeous little decor pieces to add interest to your room. Now the other thing I said I like to do is work with wood, and I find thrifted pieces, for instance, and I create. So these are plant stands. They can be risers for the kitchen, bathroom, bedroom again. I put a plant on it just for show. Again, it's not a real plant, but it is just to show you what it could look like. But you may have your own plants to put on, you know, succulents or whatever you find that interests you. So there's this piece that has the rather scrolling legs. I found it very interesting. and the round top, and this one is $25. I think that might be about 6.5, 7 inches in diameter. Beautiful little piece. And another one with really scrolling legs. It's all well secured to the bottom. And this one might be a little larger, maybe 8 inches, 7.5, 8 inches. So this piece is 25. I think they're both 25. I'm just checking my price tag here. Yeah, they're both $25. Now, if I might introduce you to these two pieces, these are handcrafted toolboxes. They're decor toolboxes. So this one is very rustic, made out of cedar, repurposed cedar. Now I've left the nails intentionally showing on this piece because it is intended to be very rustic. It was a purchased turned handle, a beautifully turned handle, and it's all very authentic. It has been treated with a coat of varathane if you want to put it outdoors, but you know, I put the little wreath in there just to show you what greenery would look like in it. You know, your little succulents, you could have a display of succulents, you could use it to put potted plants out in the garden. You could also bring it into your home, use it in the bathroom, use it in the kitchen. You could put coffee mugs, you know, cream and sugar in there. You could also use it in the bathroom, put your cosmetics in, a couple of guest towels, washcloths, some bathroom accessories. And this one is a lovely green. It's a little taller and a little narrower. Now this turned handle, just put that off. This turned handle had to be cut from a larger piece, and it's a perfect fit. So the nail holes have not been covered on this piece. They've been left open again. It's a little bit more rustic, not as rustic as this, but there's a distressed finish, so it's got that authentic aged look, worn look. So this piece is $25. It's been painted in a chalk paint and finished with beeswax polish. This one is $22, and again finished in a light coat of varathane, so you can use it outdoors. So two more interesting pieces. So that's a brief overview of some of the things that I craft in my workshop, Northwind by Karen. I have so many more that I'd love to show you, and I hope to do that at a later date, and I hope you enjoyed spending time with me while I showed you some of these pieces. Enjoy your day.